Hi, everybody. Hi, my beautiful cosmic sister and soul sister and precious sister
Mhm.
across the globe, right? So,
Yes.
all the way, Corinne Mooney, all the way from Mesa, Arizona, and Anne, all the way from Stockholm, Sweden. How about that?
Yes.
And welcome, everybody, to the Cosmic Sister Show with Anne and Corinne. Today, we journey into the realms of color, canvas, and consciousness. Intriguing in my mind.
Very.
Art is actually more than expression, it's a mirror of the soul. Maybe not always, but most of the time, because we feel something for it, right? So each hue, each stroke, each vision opens a doorway into deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. Together, we will explore how creativity becomes a sacred teacher, guiding us toward awareness, healing, and transformation. And today, we are proud to announce December 3rd. Happy month, everybody. Last month of this year. My goodness, it's
Yes.
it's going so fast. It feels for me like it's a month ago and we had the same thing last year, right?
Yes.
So it's Wednesday, December 3rd in US and Europe, and our future, Thursday, December 4th in Australia. And we discuss color, canvas, and consciousness, what art teaches us about ourselves. We are also proud, we started last week, but we do stream from our brand new Cosmic Guardians YouTube channel, but we also go from Angel Place on Earth like we did in the past, so everybody can find us. And you can find upcoming and past episodes at youtube.com/at Cosmic Guardians 111. And we do continue to stream live at the same time on youtube.com/at Angel Place on Earth/streams. So the new one is actually easier to say, isn't it?
Yes.
And right after the show, we're going to stream on facebook.com/Cosmic Guardians, as we always do. So welcome, everybody. I see a lot of people here. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, Frank Schneider. Hi. Welcome.
Wow.
And we also have done two series up to this point. You can find our series at angelplaceonearth.com/series dash cosmic dash guardians. So we did the four agreements in the beginning of 2025, uh, four agreements plus a summary. And we did the Celestial Prophecy the rest of the year, we could say, because that is 12 insights plus a summary.
Yep.
And we do plan sometime next year, don't know when exactly, to go and look at the fifth agreement. So we are continuing with
Yes.
the four agreements, right? Our
Yes.
last show on Cosmic Guardians was last Wednesday, November 26th, and we discussed Beyond the Veil, unraveling the mysteries of near-death experiences. And that was a really great show. So if you missed that, you can find all our upcoming and past episodes at youtube.com/at Cosmic Guardians 111. How about that? Fresh start.
Yes.
And if you want to connect with us, read articles, find phone numbers to Corinne, find her wonderful Tuesday open heart meditation, and connect with me also, you can go to angelplaceonearth.com/cosmic guardians. So I think it's time now. Stop talking, Anne, right? And dive straight into today's topic:
Yes.
color, canvas, and consciousness.
Yes. I agree. And I want to ask you, why does the beauty in nature have such a healing and restorative ability to bring back our joy, heal our bodies and our minds? because we are the living art of creation itself. Every harmonic frequency, every fragrance, every color brings out the art of our very existence. We are the radiating vibrance of that very essence of art itself. And when we begin to touch our consciousness and awaken our soul, we use these vibrant emotions that we possess and create this beautiful piece of art that is us.
Yes, it is. And we think of art as decoration. It's not only decoration, because
No,
if we go and look at certain paintings or other types of art, very often feel something for it, right?
yes,
And for me, I have some stories. I know I went to Paris when I was 18 years of age, quite a few years ago, not to reveal my
little
current
bit.
age, right?
Yes,
In my youth. And we looked at different paintings, of course, and that's exciting. I don't remember exactly the places. I had some friends that had been in Paris before, but I bought, you can buy printed copies.
yeah.
And there were one particular, I think that was actually painted in Italy, to be honest with you. And I was only 18, so I didn't know that I was supposed to marry a Greek or go to Greece or, have connection of that. That was something I said, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? But I've considered myself extremely open-minded, right? So, but when I saw the painting, I don't remember the artist, but a famous artist, and I had this sense, I've been there. I've been there. I've been to that place.
Yeah,
I knew I've been there, and I still have that printed copy because it meant so much to me. And when we do create things coming from ourselves, it's like our soul is um, creating, and also it's like the language of the soul,
it
if you
it
express it in that way.
it is.
So we do not simply make, we remember. And even if we not always have conscious memories of those things, there are parts of us coming through. So being creative is a fantastic way to tapping within, isn't it?
It is. And the artist, any artist, including ourselves, we're connected to the world and we feel the beauty as if it's a living organism waiting to be expressed. And there are times when Michelangelo, and I did not say his name correctly. Uh, would you say it?
Michelangelo.
Thank you. And he stated that he would stand before a slab of marble until it revealed itself to him. We are the artist and we're waiting. We're also the marble. We're waiting to reconnect and create our masterpiece that is called us. And
Yes.
as children, our very first expression was through art, picking up the crayons. And maybe our art was displayed in places mom didn't want us to display it. We had to remove it. But every child, every even primates are compelled to express themselves visually outside of themselves through art. And
Yes.
we come in this innocent, wonderful, programmable entity, and we're just waiting to start dipping our brushes into the colors and see what we're going to finally create. And the beauty is that we're constantly recreating the beauty.
Yeah, we are constantly. I'm going to pop in a joke here. because you are so beautifully colorful.
You noticed?
Yes, I did notice. You are like a canvas yourself, and I did my best, even though I didn't put on. I have some green on me today, but I have a serious fight with my laptop. So anyway, it, it's a little bit funny because we are talking about, colors, expression, art, things of that nature.
Yes,
Uh, but we're doing our best. And when we create things, and some people are creating with clay, and you can make things, you can sew things, you can create in any way imaginable. It's
yes,
about the creation itself. And, it's like a confession coming from you when you create something, when it comes from the heart. It's a vibration. And also, it can be a mirror of your own soul.
yes. And you and I also create with our words.
Yeah, we do.
And the energy that is us comes through and touches people through our words. So that also is a form of creation. And I've been very fortunate that uh, I love to sculpt. I love to paint. I love to sew. I love to play music. It was like I really need about 14 lifetimes to be able to, experience all this. And I had an opportunity one time that each of the talents that I loved, I was shown that if I chose to go that way, I could. Singing. I was in church and I had this lady say, would you have you ever thought of singing professionally? I said, ha ha, yes, in my dreams. She says, no. She says, I have a women's chorus group, and as far as I'm concerned, you just auditioned. Would you like to join? I wasn't able to, but I could. I was dating an artist, and I took some clay and I made Jonathan Livingston Seagull. He hangs on my wall, and
How beautiful.
Paul was getting ready to have some things bronzed. Lo and behold, he had my little sculpture bronzed. So I have a bronze. I
You,
danced. You know,
it,
art
it, you
is
know,
who we are.
art comes in so many different ways, and it's our, you can call our expression that
Yes,
when we are creative, that is art, right?
yes.
I'm usually not doing this, but I need to just pop out for a minute. I'm still going to be here. I'm not going to be seen. Something I need to do. Just 1 minute. Is that
That's
okay?
okay. I'll just start talking here. But we really are like a rare gem, and we do have all these facets. Um, and each facet is like a prism, and it creates colors, and colors are also what expresses our emotions. I mean, if you really understand the chakras, red is our root chakra, and that brings fire and action to things we do. Orange, the sacral chakra, where creativity and production lie. And yellow here, represents the solar plexus. It holds our chi and our vital energy, even our personal power and our conviction. And the heart emits green, holding within it love and compassion and empathy. Our third chakra is this clear blue representing the communication and clarity, but it also allows us to listen with understanding. And our third eye, the indigo, reveals our intuition, our perception, and seeing beyond. And then the crown, the crystal, that gives us access to the divine, to our spirituality, and to the expression of our consciousness.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. And sorry, I sneaked out and I did something.
We are always doing our best, Anna, and that's what makes us so perfectly imperfect. I
Exactly.
love it. I would hate to be perfect.
I heard you talked about colors, and that is also a way of expressing oneself. You know,
Yes.
sometimes we feel drawn to certain colors. Color is never passive, right?
No.
Oh, someone says, I miss you both. And I bet that is you, Sonia. Am I correct? All the way from France. Um, so, anyway, um, colors are alive. Colors carry emotion, memory, frequency.
Mhm.
And as you said, you talked about the chakras. Um,
Yes.
for me, you know, of course, I go with the chakras, but also red is something that pulses with passion and power. Yeah,
Yep.
it's Miss Sonia. How wonderful to have you here, Sonia.
Hi.
Welcome. Blue whispers of depth and devotion for me.
Yep.
Yellow radiates joy and clarity. And we can connect these also with the chakras, what we
Yes.
are, um, what's being triggered within us when we talk about colors. And green, now you can maybe see that green hums with healing and growth. Many people associate green with healing, right?
Hmm.
So each shade also is a doorway into to a feeling of something, something
Yes.
that's being triggered within us. And each combination is a conversation between energies. That's interesting. So when we choose colors, you are vibrating today. And I tried my best to vibrate. I look very, very dark.
And you did. You did.
Um, so we are choosing vibrations. But I have a tendency to go with blue and green. I love green. I'm always drawn to green.
Yes.
So we are choosing how we wish to feel and what we wish to reveal, right?
Yes. That's perfect. We are choosing to reveal. We are.
Sonia says she loves blue. Yeah, I love blue too.
Yes.
And actually, Miss Corrine here and myself as well, we have in our auras, we have a lot of like bluish green,
Yes.
turquoise. Yeah,
Turquoise. Yeah, like the turquoise and the purple. Yeah. But
yeah,
our auras change minute to minute. People think that they're staying. Yes, we're pretty much what we project and from our personalities and who we came to be, but also it changes. It's like a prism, and it reflects how we're feeling. That's why people can feel different emotions when we are projecting certain things. And my friend Paul, he's an artist that I knew for quite a while. He actually has some sculptures at the White House, and
wow,
he's the one that helped me do my bronze. But he told me, he said that most artists, most creative work comes when they're going through what's called the blue period, a time of
okay,
hardship and frustration and depression. And they pull themselves together and they have to go to the depths of their soul to get this to be revealed, and that's when they emerge to reach their greatest thoughts and create many masterpieces. And that was an interesting perception that he was able to leave me with. And
yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting with colors because certain times we are drawn to certain colors. And Miss Sonia says that hers probably is a rainbow, and
Absolutely.
you two are resonating with each other today, aren't you? Because
Yes.
you have the colors of the rainbow,
Yes.
you
trying to
know,
fi- Trying to figure out how to get my sleeve up there so you can, you know.
so everybody can see. But you know,
It's good.
it's interesting if we think of painting. The canvas, and I like to have a canvas as something as a metaphor because when we want to create something, we can have a blank canvas. We can think of situations like a blank canvas when we are not allowing ourselves to bring in the past into that moment,
Absolutely. Yeah.
rather going within and painting it or creating it, recreating something. You can see the canvas as a container, a sacred space where chaos becomes coherence, and it holds our stories, our wounds, our dreams. It does not judge ever. It receives, and it allows us to pour out what words cannot hold. But that's also very personal for everybody because we
Yes.
love words. That's our thing. That's
Yes.
our way of creating stuff, right?
And the beauty is that when we have that communication with consciousness and soul, and we allow what we want to express to be in a visual form, that allows us to also heal. When we take that brush physically and we're doing like this, and we can feel all of those emotions and the tears that we're afraid to shed and the anger that we want to hide, and we put it on a physical canvas, and we stand back and go, whoa, that's got a lot of power in it, but at least I've gotten all of those things out of my physical body. And so we use art in healing, and we use it as a place of being quiet and serene. These are all ways that we have of expressing our
Yeah.
inner to our outer, and the outer to the inner.
And I want to add to that actually, when I'm being shown visions of things, it's not always a big picture. It can be something is featured,
Yes.
like someone's hairstyle, or something they are wearing, or a part of a face, or if they have huge hands, they're going to show their hands because that is something that's connected to them. So it's
Yes.
it's an expression, right? Or even colors that people wear. Um, so you look like the sun is shining today.
I feel like the sun is shining today. And of course, in Arizona, it is shining physically. Um, but this is true. When I have people coming in for counseling sessions and coaching, when you see what they're wearing, it can kind of give you an idea of where they are. I had one client come in, and a giving, loving, just, but she didn't want anybody to see her, so she constantly wore black. And amazingly, after we started doing sessions, we'd been working for maybe 6 months, and all of a sudden she comes in and she is wearing non-black, and it was
Oh,
colorful, and she said, I like this, because she had now gotten to like herself, and she didn't feel she needed to hide anymore. So we use color in so many ways to reveal what's really deep within us. And
yeah,
and the indigenous art that we have found, and the writing on the caves, these people wanted to be their consciousness remembered. And so our physical expression of art is an example of, hey, I was there.
yeah.
And yeah, and we are
And
always, yes, we are
yeah, we
constantly a kaleidoscope of this vivid, beautiful color. And I tried to be a kaleidoscope today.
that's fantastic. I very rarely wear black, but when I do, it's not like I feel for not coming out. It's more like a
It,
shield.
that's
And
right. Yeah.
yeah, and maybe that was the same thing for that woman as well. And when she finally opened up, you know. She
Yes.
came out and she opened up and she put on something colorful, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Well, wearing all of these colors, every color is beautiful in its way. It was just that it was constantly. I mean, I never saw her anything but black, and so then that indicated that that was kind of a way that she was trying to have that invisibility. Um, but it was just interesting that that was one facet of her healing.
Yes.
But yeah,
So we have Miss Sonia here saying something. I was mad at myself by trusting people. They let me down, but now I used to say I put them in my memory, locked those people up and threw away the key, and I will never look back. Um, yes, it's how we deal with it, right? Um, if you state that I'm not going to play this game any longer, you have your way of stating that for yourself, right? And I feel free now. Yes, you are free. Because our mind and all the conventions of this world are telling us what to do. And when we won't obey that, that's when we can feel that we are doing something, we may feel that we are treating people bad or anything, right? So I would actually say I have my own version of that. So I like to close the door. I state that I close the door to my energy for anyone who wants to come into my energy without my conscious consent. That's it.
yep,
But I have gotten rid of feeling any kind of judgment because that's going to keep that thing a
yes,
little bit longer, right? But work on that part, and so you will be free, fully free.
fully free.
And she says something more here. It was written, I met them, but they give me a good lesson not to trust fully. And that's why I said mine is a rainbow now. That's beautiful.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes, yes. It's all this journey, um, and we have been blessed, I think, in having bumped into the Celestine prophecies, and the four agreements, and the things like this that have been able to kind of allow us to go deep and to address the shadows in our life. And the shadows are really not bad. They're just energy that's frozen in time that we need to shed the light on them. We need to embrace them, and then we need to let them go. And um, and yes, it is a beautiful way to find yourself and begin to
Yeah.
express your true self, your authentic self.
Yes. And I'm going to stick my nose out as I usually do, right?
Okay.
Because
Chip, chip.
when we think of it in this manner, it's just a choice.
It
How am
is.
I going to respond to this? Uh, each and every time we are presented with that place where we need to make a choice, it's getting easier and easier and easier because we have peeled off so
Yes.
many layers. Guilt, I have to, I must. Um, Maybe I'm a bad person now because I do this, right? But we're not.
Oh
And
no.
it's freedom actually to do it. And we know that we conquered this when we are not getting angry any longer,
That's right.
right?
And
It's
not
not
taking
affecting
it
us anymore.
personally.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh yes.
And something else here. Art actually teaches us that we are multidimensional beings.
Very
Mm?
much so.
The universe is full of colors, full.
Yes.
But I have actually a question for you that's out of the script,
Oh, of course.
of course. Uh, because if we have a sun and we have daylight and we can see, when that's the time of the 24 hours we count in, right? So how come the universe looks black when it's so colorful?
Okay, that's an interesting one because they represent it as being, the void. However, when they actually take pictures of the birthing of stars and the different uh, cloud formations, they're always in color. And I really believe, just like here on Earth, the spectrum of light that our eyes are able to see, sometimes
Yeah,
we have to have help to see what is there. For instance, a bee through its eyes will see lavender, and it's a different color than what we see lavender. And an
yeah,
animal sees color different than what we see. So there again, it's what our eyes are capable of seeing. It's like when we were talking about the senses and learning
yes,
how to develop our senses. But I think it just took the right kind of equipment that would match how we see color to be able to realize that it is color. It's like the bottom of the sea
yes,
where it's dark. If they shine a light on it, it's brilliant color. The
yes,
fish are not black, they are beautiful colors because there again, always the light is
yes,
what brings out the
yeah,
color. Yeah.
yeah. But it's kind of an interesting question, isn't it? Right?
Oh,
But I
yeah.
think you're fully correct. It's about what our ability to perceive, right?
Yes.
How
Oh,
our physical eyes are functioning, right? Because if we would go beyond, and I love the way you talked about the sea. I've done a lot of times scuba diving, quite deep,
wow.
actually. One time I went 38 meters down.
Oh, wow.
You couldn't see the surface, but we had flashlights, right? So
Yes.
if you have a flashlight, you can put it and you see all these corals, all these colors. It's
Yes.
fantastic, beautiful.
Yes. And there again, we've talked about how we perceive things and and the senses that we have. And that is the beauty of I think our journey. I know it's my journey is to be able to be aware and heighten my ability to perceive what actually I cannot in this time and space perceive. But really, I believe that everything that we feel is more of who we really are than what we physically are and the limitations we set ourselves. So I just I mean, I'm just enjoying this experience. I'm
It is a wonderful experience, and what coming back to art again, and I'm thinking about when you give small children those, we call it finger paint here.
oh,
They
we
paint
finger
with a
paint too.
finger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay. So they are so creative and they're not afraid of just going out there. And when I was
exactly.
a small child, they didn't give me, when I went to preschool 1 year before ordinary school, yeah, we did a lot of things, but we did other things, more mature things. So maybe that was, when I was small, I was like a small little lady
Yes. Yeah.
rather than a kid. But with my grandfather, he taught me to paint in oil with him. So I
Oh,
made a couple of paintings in oil. I don't
yes.
have them, but I remember it.
One summer when I was watching my little grandkids, I took finger paints. Now they're all washable, and I put them in their bathing suits, and I let them paint each other. And we had, all these different colors all over the body. We were just having a wonderful time. And of course, I did it when mom was not there. She would have approved. I mean, she approved after I took pictures, But to express yourself through colors and through having something that's tactile, uh, what a way to have self-expression is, I'll put a little red here and a little green there, a little blue there, and just turn yourself literally into the canvas. But
Yeah.
that's I did a lot of fun things with the kids like that.
But that's creative, and but we did things with more mature things.
Yeah,
But no one never um, yelled at me for anything. Don't mess up there or do that, or everything was calm and creative, but in
yeah,
a more mature way, probably.
yes, yes. Well, and that that is a beautiful way too, but it's also we are multidimensional beings. We're not just one little package, and that's what makes us so amazing is we can take an adversity and turn it into a triumph. We can take, you know, uh, and sometimes we take triumphs and turn them into adversity. Maybe we're very versatile. We really are.
It's funny with creativeness because we have a reservoir of wisdom within, right?
Yes,
Being creative is a brilliant way of reaching that wisdom, right? Because we can't reach that wisdom with the mind. We can't think, how am I going to tackle this and manage? That's not going to bring us
yes,
to that inner wisdom. So that's a wonderful way when we are just um, sometimes, being creative is also, there's something I need to fix in my home, for instance. And I know you are the same, exactly the same.
yes.
So you start with something, and then it comes like a chain, how that
Oh,
thing is going to be managed and fixed, you know. And usually with items that are not, they are made for something else, but it doesn't really matter, does it?
no, because when you allow your creativity, you can see something that isn't there. Uh, and I remember when I was taking my emergency medical training, and one of the things that he had us do is he had a bag, and in there was a paper clip, a rubber band, a thimble, and we would take these out, and he says, "Now I want you to describe this without what it is." Like the thimble, that can be a place where fleas can do deep diving. You know, a paperclip can become a windmill or something like that. To be able to look outside of the box and to think
Yes.
outside of the box. And of course, that is my expertise. I never see anything as it is. And my daughter said to me the other day, she says, "Mom," she says, "even if it's something you have, you make it so it fits better." And it's illogical that a person is going to be able to use these in this way. So I look and see how it can be where it's going to be more useful.
And that's fantastic, right? When I know I need to fix something, sometimes I just go to the shop and I walk around because I want to see
Yes,
what is available.
that's
And
right.
after that, then I can create, right?
Exactly. And it's sometimes real chaotic when we start, and as you said, the project sometimes grows. I started putting a mosaic tile on a piece of board to make a tabletop, and it looks so good that Well, that one really needs to be well, and we should. And while I'm at it, I might as well. And it just grew and grew and grew, and that one simple little project now has gone, and now I've done it, on surfaces about six things in here. But what joy it gave me, and I took something that was just mundane, and I turned it into what I perceive as a piece of art.
Yes. And that's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
That's how we can be creative because it's also because we are multidimensional beings, right?
Yes.
We creativeness is not limited to logic or language. It's something that we create that also we can co-create. So we create something that's going to have ripple effects for someone else.
Yes.
You know, if I think about automatic writing and I think about creating something, it may be a painting to be something like art, or it may be something practical that is suitable at home, whatever it is. It's the same thing. It's that flow within that comes through, the wisdom from within, right?
Yes. Yes. And as we express ourselves, as we tap into each facet of this incredible experience that we're having, it gives us an opportunity to reach beyond what is seen or heard. And even the words that we say, the vibration and the energy behind each individual word has the ability to create. So
Yes,
we are
exactly.
always creating.
And you know, when we engage with art, and art, think about this, ponder about it. It's not a question right now, right?
Not
But for
yet.
everybody, ponder about what is art for you? Is it
Yeah.
something that someone said that's worth $1 million, or is it something that you enjoy because someone created it and you enjoy it, right? Like when I saw that painting when I was young, and I've had a lot of experiences like that, right? So
Yes.
when we engage with art, we engage with ourselves. We let the art be created by us or talk to us, right?
Yes.
So we meet the parts of us that have been silenced. We listen to the whispers of our soul. We allow, I know you love the word allow, we allow the invisible to become visible, to
Yeah.
become more whole, more honest, more human. And color canvas and consciousness are not separate threads. They are woven together in every act of creation. They remind us that we are not just bodies, we are frequencies and energy. We are not just minds, we are mysteries. I love that. We are not just observers, we are artists of our own becoming because we are the creators.
Yes.
Mm,
Okay. All right. You love to ask questions. I'm going to throw a question at you, my dear sister.
okay, payback time, right?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
What color are you today?
What color am I today? Because I chose green, I have green glasses and I have a green t-shirt. I think I'm green today.
Heart.
I'm green. Yes, heart,
Heart. Heart. The
heart.
heart energy. Isn't that it's interesting though? When we go to pick something, and I know I'll go through my wardrobe and okay, what do I want to express to the world today? I don't say it out loud, but I think that's what I'm saying. How do I feel today, and how do I want the world to feel me feel?
Yeah.
To be able to have the same emotions that I'm having, or share them, not have the same. But When you touch within, it illuminates the without.
It does. It does. You know. And Sonia says, we are our own piece of art and unique. Yes, we are, because
Yes,
all of us are unique. And the freedom is, just as we talked about before, just to feel comfortable being you and make the choices, because we don't have to engage in anything we don't want to, you know.
yes.
That's perfect. So, are you ready for the questions?
Oh, I'm always ready. And let's see
So,
what she's going to ask me today.
I love these questions, and they are not just for Miss Karina and myself. Of course, they are good questions to ponder about for everyone watching this, interacting with us, or watching it later. So, first question: how does color influence the way we feel and see ourselves?
Oh, well, very much so. And I think I answered that before you even asked the question. Um,
Yes.
when I, especially when I'm going to be going to where I'm being doing public speaking, what am I feeling and what do I want to express? So I dress to express. I don't dress to impress. I dress to express. And if I walked on stage wearing this, everybody's going to go, "Oh, wow, why?" And all these questions are going to come up. What is the topic going to be if she's like that? But when I dress in my red and gold on Christmas as celebration, or when I am dressed in this peaceful blue when it's raining, yes, I I'm always expressing my inner through my outer. And I didn't realize that until we had this conversation right now. Thank you.
That's beautiful. You're welcome. Yeah, I think I do the same. It's just about, what do I feel for to wear today? How do I feel?
Yes.
Um, do
What
I want
pulls you in?
to,
Yeah,
yeah, do I want to withdraw or am I opening up to the world
exactly.
around me? Yes.
Exactly. Okay.
Second question. What can a blank canvas teach us about possibility and trust?
Ah, that is an interesting way of putting that. I'll have to give you an example. After a 23-year marriage, and my husband went through mental pause and decided to physically leave the house, I woke up the next morning and I had this not a feeling of loss or regret, but a feeling of, wow, I have a blank page before me and I can now write anything that I choose on the pages. And I had never felt that kind of connection to myself, is that I was now truly the creator of my own destiny. And it was, I can remember that moment so profoundly that it took me a while to kind of understand what it was that I was going through, because that was way before I knew I was different.
Yes,
So,
I
so
understand. And,
yeah,
for me, it's basically the same. Having a blank canvas means that I may have been in a transformational period. I released a lot of things. May find myself, everything is open. It's now to start creating, and that's fascinating for me. I love that, to
yes,
be in that place, right?
yes,
Um, Along the journey, I learned that I don't want to put too many things on my canvas. I mean too many different things, so I get scattered,
Yes.
right? It can feel like everything is too much, but have space to invite new things, because if there's a part of the canvas, I can paint something new on that, right? Or I remove something. So it's kind of an ongoing thing for me. Does that make sense?
Yes. And interesting the way that you put that. It made me think of, I know spirit is telling me I am getting ready to go through a metamorphosis. And in order to really go in that cocoon state and then be able to emerge completely different, I literally have to dissolve so much of my own thinking, my own thoughts, and they're wonderful. They got me to where I am, but I know that there is a rebirthing that is waiting for me. And so over the next 6 weeks, I am taking the time, and mostly I am allowing the process to empty my canvas so I can recreate what I am to become.
Yeah, and that's beautifully expressed. That's wonderful, you know. And I think that in my own personal life, I had experience because I grew up with a mom. Basically, maybe my great grandmother and my grandmother on my mother's side too. Everybody loved to collect things, right? Everybody. And I called my mom a squirrel, you know,
Yes,
collecting everything. And
yes,
then I left home and I married someone who loves to collect things, right? And the funny thing is, I've never been attached to things. Of course, I love to hold on to just a few memories, but I can brilliantly live without those too, because for me, it never has been like that person or that memory is in an item. It's not.
yes,
It's living in here. And we are all unique and different, but I decided also some quite a few years ago, I'm going to live lighter in my life. I'm not going to collect. If I don't use anything, either if it's broken, I throw it away, I can give it away to someone, or I can sell it, or I'm not going to hold on to it because that's going to wear me down, right? So I have things, but I don't have overwhelmingly too many things, right? And
yeah,
that also inspires one to create, right?
yes,
Create something new. And sometimes, you know, when we have something old, maybe it can be renewed. That's also creation to
yes,
be suitable for this time in our life right now.
yes. If the vessel is full, there is no room for anything to be able to enter it. And interestingly enough, I'm going to throw a little physics in here. Uh, uh, I'm sure we all, I know I do, have a countertop or something that when it's cleaned off, we go, oh, wow, that really looks good. And then a little thing, a little thing, a little thing, and then pretty soon. And I was saying to my daughter, I cleaned it off, yesterday, but look at it. And she says, Mom, she says, the law of physics is that when there is a vacuum, it wants to be filled. so so I blame it on physics. But however, I tried something, and uh, knowing that the oneness, there is no thing, no sound, no color, no thing in the oneness. So I decided that I was going to tell the tabletop that it was filled with no thing.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
do you know, for 31 days, it stayed free from items being put on it because it was in the law of physics. It was already filled, and
Yeah.
uh, and I'm going. Well, that was interesting. And
That was really interesting, right?
yes, yes, I'm that creative person. I'm dreaming up all kinds of interesting ways of looking at things.
Yes. So I'm just going to summon up that second question.
Okay.
For me, I trust that I will create that which going to be what I need at that moment. There's
Yes.
never ever a doubt about that thing for me. And maybe that sounds like we're sticking out our nose again, but
Yes.
we need to come to that place because we are living in abundance and we can create. We are the creators and we are the artists.
Yes.
We can create just about anything, right? And also, we allow the possibilities to come to us when we are not overloaded with things, right? But I'm going to try that.
Fill it with nothing, you know?
Yes, just taking a sip. So, right before that, in what ways does art reflect our inner consciousness?
Oh, well, it's so interconnected. I don't think there is ever a time when um, something we see or hear or do or read or feel has not been affected by something that we have been impressed by. We see something, we read something, we respond, and our I think that is the communication of our consciousness with the unconsciousness and with the subconsciousness because we're picking up the vibrations of things around us and therefore being sensitive to something that we may see in an art form or that we create an expression of ourselves. Uh, when we create Jonathan Livingston Seagull and we create the freedom that that represents. And I look at that, it's hanging on my wall, and I look at that all the time. And I remember that was my first step into conscious awareness, literally.
Yeah,
And so it is now a bronzed form that I will always be able to just look at. And by the way, it did survive the fire, you know. So there wasn't many things that
fantastic.
came through my fire, but Jonathan did. Um, so we are constantly uh, being influenced and influencing through art, through color, through consciousness.
Beautifully expressed. Fourth question.
Ooh,
How can creativity become a path to self-discovery?
because you learn a lot of ways not to do something.
Exactly.
But you also learn a million ways of how to do something. And we just, I think, even as a child, each thing that a child does when they are playing with a toy car and making a road for that car to go on, they're learning things about themselves. And the greatest thing they're learning is that you can, you are, you are the creator. And
Yes.
in the simplest ways, we are learning that we are the creator of this. We are also creators of how we respond. We are creators of choices we make. And I think it's the beginning of us learning that we are the creator and we are the creation.
Yes. And to be honest with you, anything we do create is a form of art, right?
Yes.
So in that sense, art can be our teacher, color can be our guide, and the canvas or whatever we are if we're painting a canvas or we are creating something, it's holding our truth in one way or another, right? So we are tapping into our consciousness that can flow freely through our creation when we are
Yeah.
creating and when we are creative, right?
Yes. And we, when we develop that self trust, self love, we are able to discern between what is just chaotic ramblings and what is going to be creative creation. And it's a beautiful connection, that having the trust, and this is very important in learning to be able to trust yourself and trust your wisdom, and then allow it to come to fruition.
Exactly. And Sonia says, she said, we are our own piece of art and unique. And then she says, there's a movie about it right now, about this. I guess that's what you mean, Sonia. And she was watching it about a car, child, and toys. Interesting. There are no coincidences going on, right? Everything is synchronized.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right. Yes. I
And you
think I
know,
can remember the one she's talking about. And did is that where her husband dies, and she's trying to change the day, so each day will be where she can.
it's with Shannon Doherty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure, but yeah, I remember seeing that one where there was a lot of where she was creating a new day each time. It was like trying to prevent what was going to happen and change the circumstances. And I don't know if
Okay.
that's the same one, but anyway, off track here. Okay, you
That's
got one more for
okay.
me, don't you?
Yes. So, what wisdom do we uncover when we allow art to guide us?
Ah,
A good one.
oh, do you stay awake at night dreaming these up, or do they just come in boom, 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 boom? I'm gonna.
Well, I spend a whole week just to prepare them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, you do, because I tell you, I'm really squirming here. However, I think that allowing art to be our guide, it kind of gives us a little bit of a mental break, where we don't have to just constantly, oh, now how do I put that together? Where does this go, and whatever, and to be absorbed in something that is already flowing and already having the ebb and the flow of it, and the creativity. I think it quiets our mind and allows our inner wisdom to come to the surface.
Yes.
I the words are in my mind, but they're not coming out exactly as I planned. But um, I think it is so connected that it is like I'm sorry, I'm getting this image of a seeing eye dog, and just, just allowing it to lead us to where we need to go to have those bits of wisdom. Thank you. That was interesting. Sometimes they
Yeah,
come
that
up
was,
with some interesting visuals.
yeah, they do. But I think that, we allow ourselves to open up also to trust that we have a lot of answers coming from within if we just listen. Our soul, our
Yes.
truth,
Yeah.
um, and what we can do with it. So, lady, are you ready to start wrapping it up?
I think so. I think so. And I wanted to add a little uh, thing here. Every Tuesday night at my healing center, I host a heart centered meditation. And during this session, I guide the group into the depths of their heart center filling it with joy and allowing them to expand and vibrate and move into that heart mind uh, connection. We embrace the true essence of why we are here. Uh, and I also want to invite people that while they're on their journey, this is what I'm here for as a spiritual teacher. And I heal with energy. And these are things that we really need at this time in our life because our beautiful earth is going through the shift and going through the changes. And in reconnecting with self, with a loving person to be with you as your guide, it's like Anna. We both are here to be of assistance, and we are here.
Yeah, we are here. Um, and I promise anyone in the Phoenix, Arizona area, or that can drive to Korea, it's worth it. Please try at least once. And I know that when you do it once, you're going to be stuck.
And
Yeah.
the same with you. You have guided me through many of my interesting ventures, and to have you side by side with me as we go trekking across this incredible world is a gift that will forever be out there in the annals of time as the
Yeah.
greatest gift.
Now that I found you, it's for eternity, I promise.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck together, aren't we?
But you know, it goes the same. Sometimes it's about finding that other person that you share. We are different, but we are so much alike at the same time, you know.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that goes for everybody. And sometimes that person may be across the globe. It doesn't really matter these days, does it? So
No,
I
thank
found you,
goodness.
and I'm happy for that.
Yes.
So everybody, thank you, and we still have a little bit of chatting to do. You can find all past episodes and even see the upcomings at angelplaceonearth.com/upcoming dash past. Our next upcoming show will be next Wednesday, December 10th, and we will talk about decoding the divine digits, a dive into numbers,
Oh,
numerology, and guidance. I love that.
yep.
I have a thing with numbers. Um, what about you? Yes, Sonia, please. You are here with us. And you can again here also we have a brand new YouTube channel, and you find our YouTube channel where you can look at past and upcoming episodes at youtube.com/ at Cosmic Guardians 111. And also we continue to stream live at the old one, youtube.com/ at angel place on earth/streams. And also right after this show, we're going to stream on facebook.com/cosmic guardians, slashes and dashes all the
Oh,
time. You can find all our series at angelplaceonearth.com/series dash cosmic dash guardians. And while we're at it, I'm going to actually put this up on the stage. So there are QR codes. You can find Kareem, you can find me, and you can find more information. You know, it's for, I think, mostly for the website and for the new YouTube channel and everything. So if you want to connect with us, the easiest way to find the phone numbers, to find Corinne's website and everything else, you go to angelplaceonearth.com/cosmic guardians. And I want, as we have had something new, we love you too. We always love to end with an affirmation.
yes.
Do you want to read that or do you want me to read it?
Let may I read it. And this is beautiful words from my dear sister. I honor the colors of my soul as living expressions of truth. Each creative spark reveals my infinite potential and guides me into deeper harmony with consciousness. I am a radiant canvas of wisdom, love, and transformation.
Oh, thank you. That was actually beautiful.
Yes. Sometimes when you hear somebody else read it, it has the potency that it was meant to have. But I know when you read back things to me, it's like, wow, I got to meet that person. This is pretty cool. And that, thank you for letting me share that.
Thank you too. And actually, I put in a mantra today too, something that we can
Good.
use on a daily basis to inspire ourselves. So the mantra for this week is color awakens my spirit, canvas reveals my truth, consciousness guides my path. I
Wow.
create, I transform, I shine.
Perfect.
That was kind of good too, I think.
Oh, yes. Very, very potent.
And now we can take away that, coming back here. And so, as we close this journey through color, canvas, and consciousness, may the wisdom of art continue to guide your path. Every shade, every stroke, every vision is a reminder that creativity is the language of the soul. Carry this light with you and let your own inner canvas shine with truth, beauty, and infinite possibility, with infinite love, peace, and joy. We see you, we hear you, we honor you, we love you, we appreciate you. Your cosmic sisters.
Yes. Thank you. And
Thank
love.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.